Hi guys, my name is Bailey. I am 26 years old and I was born and raised in Western Kentucky, close to Evansville area, specifically Henderson. So I grew up there and went to school there, and then I ended up becoming a operating room registered nurse and further specializing into cardiovascular operating room. So I have a bachelor's of science in nursing, and my official title is CVOR RN. So I am a cardiovascular registered nurse. I specialize in open heart surgery, vascular surgery, and thoracic surgery. So I do anything involving the heart, veins, arteries, lungs, and then I'm also capable and occasionally do some general surgery. So like, gallbladders, appendix, having a total knee replacement or something involving, your hips or your knees, very occasionally, but still I do that every so often. But typically a day-to-day basis for me is coming in and doing cardiac, lungs, or vascular surgery. So I got into this career pretty early on. I knew that I wanted to be in healthcare. I did some shadowing hours at the end of high school and into my early years of undergrad, so freshman, sophomore year of college. And then I quickly knew that I wanted to be a nurse. There's a lot of flexibility that can come with my job. So if I say get tired of doing what I do in the next 10 or 15 years, then I'm completely within my limits to get a new job and change specialties. Fortunately, I love my job, so I don't see that changing anytime soon. Something very particular and unique about my career is that I travel for work. So I am a travel nurse. So I travel all across the country, and I get to do my job and take care of people every single day, from all different walks of life. It is extremely rewarding. Currently, I'm in Boston, Massachusetts at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, which is affiliated with Harvard Medical School. Very great hospital, some great surgeons, and people that I get to work with every day. Thus far, I have traveled to Montana, Ohio, West Virginia, Vermont, and I've worked in Western Massachusetts, in Springfield, which is about an hour and a half west of Boston. So I ended up choosing this career kind of by chance. I always knew that I would like to travel in some aspect of my career, so that kind of worked out perfectly. I had the very fortunate opportunity to get a shadowing day in the operating room while I was in nursing school. So we have to go through clinical rotations as well as being in class. And one day, only one day, I had as observation in the OR, and I knew very quickly that that was what I wanted to do. That's how much I loved it. So I was very, very fortunate to be able to have that opportunity, and grateful that that worked out that way. So I started my career during COVID, so I've been doing this for going on 5 years now. So yeah, it's a very fun job. It keeps me on my toes. I'm very active in day-to-day at work. It's a lot of fun. So my career is very unique. So I only have one patient at a time. So I'm only taking care of one patient at a time, because you can only perform surgery on one patient at a time. So I'm coming in and assisting with surgery, particular surgery, so open heart, lungs, and vascular, anything involving the veins or arteries. So I feel like it's a very unique aspect of nursing. It's very niche. It's very particular what I do on a day-to-day basis. I understand that it's not normal to have this kind of career, so I'm very blessed and fortunate. I get to do some really fun cases, so I get to see a beating heart go still, and then I get to see it revived again, so to speak, on a daily basis. And I completely understand that that's not normal, but it's a lot of fun. It's a whole lot of fun. So there are definitely perks and downsides to this job. So fortunately, there's a lot of flexibility with my schedule. I can work 8 hours, so 5 days a week, 4 days a week doing 10-hour shifts, or 3 days a week doing 12s. And that obviously depends on, what type of facility you're at, so what type of hospital you're at. Some are bigger, some are smaller, some have larger programs, some have smaller programs. Currently, I'm at a pretty large facility, so it's a level 1 trauma center, which means that it's very busy and they get all sorts of trauma. So a con being is that I have to take call. So I have to be on standby essentially and be at home and available to come in. I would say one of the better parts of my job is that I get a lot of reward emotionally, spiritually out of it. I get to help people every single day. I know I'm making a difference in my daily life, and that means a lot to me, that I'm able to help someone in some of their worst moments in life, and help them feel better, help them get better. And of course, there's a downside to that. We see people unfortunately pass away sometimes, and that can be hard too, but it's very rewarding most days. So yeah, I truly love my job. So my official title, like I said, is a CVOR registered nurse. So I get to do a bunch of different things. But essentially I'm working with a very specific age group. So I typically only take care of adults. I don't really do pediatric hearts or anything like that. We just work on adults. So anywhere from ages like 18 to elderly. So, like your mama and papa's age. So yeah, Mrs. Riley, she reached out to me. I'm very happy to answer any other follow-up questions that anybody has. But just to summarize, I'm Bailey, and I'm a nurse in the operating room, and I get to travel around the country and do my job, and I love every second of it. I wouldn't change it for the world. So hope you guys have a great weekend.